Thank you and good afternoon. Let's meet the starting lineups for the Indiana Pacers and the Thunder, and then we'll preview the game and the keys to the game of Game 7. But let's meet the starting lineups. The series is tied at 3. Going to Game 7 for all the marbles. At point guard, Shages Alexandra, 2025 NBA MVP. Luke Dort, shooting guard. Jalen Williams, shooting forward. Shelton Holmgren, Isaiah Hurton. Players on the Pacers, Tracy Hilberton. We'll see how healthy he is. He looked really good in Game 6. Andrew Newbahard. Shooting forward, Aaron Naismith. Pascal Siakam. Miles Turner. Watch out for players like Shages Alexandra, Jalen Williams, and for the Pacers, watch out for Tracy Hilberton and Paul Siakam. Now let's listen to the keys of the game. The keys of the game for Game 7 Thunder Pacers play for it all. Thunder stay poised to trust their stars. Shages Alexander must control the tempo in his spot and make clutch shots without forcing it. Holmgren needs to build, hold, paint, definitely stretch the floor. The Thunder is young, saying, composed, and high pressure. Environment is crucial. Pacers, Tracy Hilberton needs to be aggressive and smart. Indiana wins when he gets to the ball into the paint and sets up other players. Pacers thrive in transition, and if they get stops and run, they can catch OKC off balance. Knock down the short ones. Naismith, Heed, Marthia must drive. Shooters must knock down shots. They must drive. Thunder, X Factor, Jalen Williams, he can do a bit of everything. If he's attacking and making shots, it opens everything up. Pacers, X Factor, Pascal Siakam. His playoff experience and mid-range scoring will be in need for tough stretches. Defense will win it. Can OKC force the turnovers, protect the rim? Will Indiana defend there without fouling and contain Shages Alexandra in the drive? Rebound battling. The Pacers struggle on the boards. If OKC can win the boards rebounding edge, especially on offense, they'll guarantee a second chance at points. Coach adjustment.
Daniel.
Thunder versus Rick
Carlisle.
Who makes the smarter adjustments, especially when the game slows down in the fourth. Who wants it more? Game 7 comes down to grit, loses the ball, contested rebounds, emotional swings. The team that stays locked in, plays hard, will win. We're tied at 3 with all the marbles in Game 7. My prediction is 115-105 Thunder. Thunder proved that they're the better team and probably should have won sooner.
So tomorrow is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. There's obviously a ton on the line, and there's a lot to look forward to. Let's dive into it. And I want to start off with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's the best player in the series. He won the MVP, and I think there's the most pressure on him to win this game. If the Thunder win, he's almost assuredly Finals MVP, joining a ton of insane lists and having arguably the greatest guard season of all time, excluding Michael Jordan. He propels himself into best in the world conversations, but if they lose, this is a huge letdown. On the complete other side, Pascal Siakam becomes a no-doubt Hall of Famer with the Pacers wins, likely winning Finals MVP on that side. And then overall, the Thunder are supposed to be a historically great team, but you gotta win the chip to get into those conversations. In terms of the actual game, home teams are 15-4 in the finals in Game 7s, perhaps giving the Thunder the edge there, but virtually all these games have been super close. The last 8 have been single-digit games, and I think that would favor the Pacers with how clutch they've been. Ultimately, I just can't wait to watch. Check out my official prediction tomorrow.
Also in the NBA, a former Thunder gets traded. The Phoenix Suns have agreed to a blockbuster deal to trade, sending 15-time NBA All-Star and 2-time NBA champion to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dillon, and the number 10th overall pick in the NBA draft. Sources say ESPN told them on Sunday the draft is Wednesday. This is a big trade, and the Rockets are a very good team, and they add a player. But is a 36-year-old player too old to be the champion? Is he good enough to be a champion? Is it a bad trade? And is he getting too old? Can he get his third? I have my doubts. I think he's an overrated player, and there's a reason he's been traded as many times as he has. I did switch the title odds, though, as Oklahoma City's third for next year's championship is 250, and the Houston Rockets are 750 to 1. So you bet 100, you get 850 back plus your 100. So that's the deal for the Oklahoma Houston Rockets. They get done a big trade. It's quiet in Kansas City about a bond that expires in 7 days. I haven't heard a word about it. And we're coming up against a stadium line that nobody knows what the hell is going on. Maybe they'll expand it in Kansas. Hell, who knows? Tell that they have till August to decide if they want to get on the ballot and see what happens from there. At least Missouri, if the Chiefs want to play in Missouri, it seems like that will pass. Of course, it's a more confusing for the Royals. It always is. Thoughts on a Missouri ballpark. Downtown is where it would go probably if it in Missouri or North Kansas City, but in the heart of North Kansas City, Missouri, it will go downtown. But there's more to talk about on that. Here's my point. If nobody ever really wants to talk about it, if the Royals and ask the city for money to help build a new stadium, if the voters say no, you're in the same place you were before. So what does it matter? I mean, if you vote no, then you're in the same place you were before. You're still going to have to build it from the stadium and the ballpark and the parks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Bobo. Why? Why do we have to go through the votes, especially if you're Manny Quentin Lucas? It doesn't hurt if you don't get the support. I mean, you're not getting the support anyways. What the heck's the difference? Just go ask. I guess the concern is the fans may be upset and stop going to the games. If you win, it doesn't matter. They'll come to your ballpark, in my opinion. So I just say, vote on it, although it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. The boys in blue lost 5-1 last night, and ended all their hopes of winning basically when Fernando Tatis hit it out. The Kansas City Royals will play the Padres today at 3:10. Padres will have Randy Vasquez and Seth Legal will go for the Royals. Game time is at 3:10 Central for the rubber match of the series. The Cardinals won 6-5 yesterday in 10. The Cardinals and the Reds will play again today. Andrew Abbott will go for the Reds. He's been amazing this season with an ERA of 1.84 and top 15 in Cy Youngs. Miles Velasquez will go for the Cardinals. Game time, 1:15 from St. Louis. Mariners play the Cubs in the rubber match of the series. Today it will be Logan Gilbert will go for the Mariners, and Colin Ray will go for the Cubs. Game time, 1:20 from Seattle. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.